Okay, here we go. Michelle and Archie and I entering into the 2023 MJBizcon, which I believe 50,000 people attended, and you could tell that there was 50,000 people in there. The common area was really cool. There was lots of stuff to do, very expensive food and coffee. The coffee line was insane. You could see it there. But once you got inside, there was literally 2 days worth of booths. It took a lot of walking and a lot of talking to meet everyone, but probably the coolest part of the BizCon was all the like-minded marijuana people who are super laid back and just really interesting to talk to. And then, of course, all of the gadgets like this joint rolling machine, infused joints. I believe it produces 3,000 in a day. And then this machine that broke down your weed bud by bud with a computer and shoots it out the bottom there for the perfect eighth quarter or a gram. And then we're getting into rosin at AKO, so we were researching that as much as we could. And there was a lot of booths and a lot of information, a lot of really cool salespeople. And we're excited to start making some rosin. So that's kind of what we were researching. And then just going from booth to booth, like these joints were really cool. And then even Mike Tyson was there promoting Futurola. And there's a line there to meet him. We weren't going to get in that line, but it was just cool to see him. And like I said, there was just so much to do. And then this is where the real magic happens, which was the smoke area outside. And this is where we met a lot of really cool people. And there was a lot of Alaska people there too, which was really cool to see. And a lot of people we recognized from Leaf magazine and just Alaska in general. It was a fun experience in that sense to connect and network with people that you know and new people that you didn't know. And then, of course, when you're in Vegas, you're going to do the Vegas things. So the Sphere was top of the list. The first night that Archie and Michelle got in, we went to that. And if you're ever thinking about going to the Sphere, the hype is real. It is worth it. It is not cheap, but it is a very powerful experience. And I think the potential of the Sphere is pretty cool because it's almost like you can go visit a place and not have to go there. That's how real it is. Like this clip that's coming up here of the Sistine Chapel, it really felt like you were inside of it. You could look around. It's 100% of your view. Turn to the left, turn to the right, look up, look down. It's a pretty awesome experience. So definitely, if you're going to go to Vegas, hit up the Sphere because that was one of the highlights of the trip. And then the highlight for me was this VR where you go in and you can shoot zombies. And I went here 3 times. So it was, like I said, it was probably my favorite part of the trip, believe it or not. Michelle, Archie, even my wife went, and I think I went by myself once too. So, and then of course when you go to Vegas, the food, we went to Benihana. I'd never been there. It was fun. It was pretty good food. It wasn't my favorite meal, but it was still good. And the cook was fun to talk to. It was a unique experience. My favorite meal was probably Kusanori in Resorts World, where my wife and I stayed. First couple of days we were there. This steak, which was not inexpensive, but best steak I've ever had in my life. And you can see the presentation is pretty awesome. So Kusanori in Resorts World is worth hitting up. And then at the Fashion Mall, there was this Italian restaurant. I went there with my wife before Archie and Michelle showed up. And then it was so good, and I wanted to try the meal that I didn't get on the menu. So I went back with Archie and Michelle, and just a really good restaurant. The food in Vegas is amazing. And then before everything started, my wife and I were there. We went to the Raiders game. Of course, they lost, but the stadium was amazing. The experience was amazing, and we'll definitely be back next year. MJBizcon was a success. So thank you, AKO, for sending us.